Okay, everyone, welcome back. We are going to do a episode on why being an adult is weird, basically. Since I've now gone through many of the adult phases as well as the kid phases. I haven't, obviously, I'm still in my 30s, so I haven't hit all the adult phases, but I've gone through quite a few of them at this point. So, in growing up, I think you think as a kid you can be like, you can do what you want as an adult, which is somewhat true, but not all the time true. We're gonna start out with talking about everyone's favorite subject, bills.
Yay!
So let's start to see if you can figure out what kind of bills you end up paying as an adult. What do you think?
Okay, you have like...
Or just what are some things that you would think of as like adulthood costs, like things that you just have?
I would say like groceries.
Okay, groceries is a big one.
Yeah, I'd say electrical.
Okay, electrical is a bill.
I would say heating probably falls under electrical, or does it?
It's, no.
Okay, heating. Water. Mortgage.
Okay, that's if you have a house.
Yeah, if you have a house. Or rent.
Or rent, yeah.
Insurance.
What kind of insurance?
Car insurance, life insurance, house insurance.
What do you mean by house insurance?
Like insurance in case your house gets damaged or something.
Okay, close. Yeah, that's part of it. It's called homeowners. It's called homeowners insurance or renters insurance.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, a few others. You ready?
Uh-huh.
So another thing.
Gas.
Gas is another thing you have to pay for. There's two different types of gas that you may have to pay for.
Diesel.
No.
Oh.
Gas for your car, gas for your house.
That kind of gas.
Yep. Okay. Other things that show up on your city property bills would be like the trash. You have to pay for the garbage man to come take the trash.
I've never heard of that.
Yep. Yep.
That's crazy to me.
Your internet.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
TV, like cable or streaming or whatever you end up doing.
I didn't know that.
Stuff like that. You often will have as an adult a car payment, unless you bought your cars.
Oh yeah.
Not from a dealer.
I was gonna say that, and then I said car insurance, and then I forgot to say that.
Car insurance is also added onto that. Then you have to pay to take care of your car.
Oh,
right.
Maintenance fees.
You have maintenance and oil changes and all that jazz.
Mm-hmm. All the fun
tires
stuff.
When you need to replace those. Take a wild guess how much tires cost.
1,000?
Not that much.
500?
Well, I guess it depends on what kind of tires you get, because it can be 1,000 if you're getting like really premium brands type of things, but otherwise it's probably around 400 to 500. Okay. But then you also have to pay for installation and the labor costs. So yeah, you're out several $100s to get new tires on things. Obviously groceries, you mentioned that one, that's good, but then you have like other house supplies and things like cleaning supplies and toilet paper,
I guess,
and like all those things that you might take for granted as a kid, for sure. And then there's also more than just like health insurance or life insurance. Mm-hmm. There's health insurance, there's dental insurance, there's vision insurance, there's we just went through open enrollment at work. Do you know what open enrollment is?
Nope. Absolutely not.
What do you think it is? I've been talking about insurance, so you know it's related to that. What would open enrollment mean?
Something to do with business.
No.
Dang it, I've got no clue.
So, open enrollment is the time frame in which you have to change your insurance for the upcoming year of what type of insurance you want.
Okay.
So in health insurance, you have different types of health insurance. Okay.
Okay.
You have what's called a deductible. Any idea what a deductible might be?
Like, no. I don't.
Take a guess.
minusing something.
Sort of.
Taking away insurance. Taking your money.
Yes, that is true. That's all the insurance wants to do. But no, what the deductible is how much you can pay at the most if something happens to you or your family. So your deductible is how much you're okay to spend.
Okay.
And so if you have a higher deductible, you tend to have a lower pay period or monthly cost on your insurance that you're paying.
Okay, cool.
Okay. What is insurance for? It's health insurance, technically.
Insurance is for if something happens, then they will pay for it, or most of it.
They'll pay for some of it, depending on if it's a covered thing or not, and depending on which insurance product it is and whether or not you're at fault. If it's car insurance in particular, but as well. Yeah. So health insurance, basically, they go and they negotiate deals with hospitals and dentists and vision, whoever else, so that they can pay more cheaply for those things, and you pay the insurance company, and then they will have a set amount that they will help you cover if something catastrophic does happen. If nothing ever happens, then you end up paying insurance for nothing, quote unquote. It's the thing you hope that you pay for that you hope you never use as an adult. Yeah. The open enrollment period, to get back to where I was at, open enrollment is where you can change that. So there's a variety of different plans that you can get. There's a high deductible plan that you don't pay as much. There's a low deductible plan or a mid deductible plan oftentimes. There's a what's called an HSA, and there's a FSA. HSA stands for Health Savings Account, where you get money, where you put money into the savings account to use for medical related expenses, pre-tax dollars, which is very important potentially as an adult. Why would it be important that something goes into a savings account pre-tax as opposed
so that you pay less taxes?
Yes,
because you get to pay the money before you have to pay taxes, so then your net is less when you have to pay taxes.
Saving money if you put it into there. But the thing is with an HSA or an FSA is you can only use it towards certain expenses. Otherwise, you pay a penalty on it, right? So you can use it for like prescriptions or a doctor's visit, or we bought some cough drops the other day, right? You can use it for that. An FSA is different from an HSA. An HSA is your money, you put it in there, it can last forever. An FSA has a limit to how much you can do in a year, and then it goes away if you don't use it all. It's called a flex spending account. Okay.
Interesting.
And there's a variety of different places that you can get health insurance and where you can get them. Where do you think most people get their health insurance from? This is also interesting for you because Dad is self-employed right now, but
where do they get it?
Who provides that insurance to you? How do you go find it? Where do you get it
Liberty
from?
Mutual.
Liberty Mutual is an option. Yes.
Allstate.
Like how do I get it?
Your work.
I get it through work. Why do I get it through work?
Because your work has benefits.
What does that mean?
It means that they not only do they pay you, but they also give you extra things that aren't necessarily like you get paid for it, but like you don't have to pay for it.
But I'm paying for health insurance.
And I have no idea.
Okay.
I don't know.
So here's why your work often will give you benefits. When you work at a company, especially at a bigger company, but also depending on the size of the company, insurance companies, when they go to a singular individual, they're going to charge you more because you're not getting basically like a Costco discount because you're not buying in bulk. You're a singular individual buying the thing. But if you get approached by a work group, now you have 20 individuals, 500 individuals, 10,000 individuals who are going to buy the same insurance from you. So they give a Costco discount for buying in mass to that because they have guaranteed income coming from it.
Okay, that makes sense.
I didn't learn this until I was in my 30s.
Okay, yeah.
But that's the reason why your work tends to provide the insurance for you here in America.
That makes sense. Okay.
Okay. So that's why it's cheaper for me to get insurance through work than it is for me to go strike out on my own and try to find insurance.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
Well, I mean, it does, but it also doesn't in some ways. So, but that's one of the many things about as an adult that you just don't learn as a kid or even have to think about, right?
Yeah.
That's something that comes across, right?
Mm-hmm.
Other things that you got to pay for, your phone bill. It's another thing that, getting your new clothing, getting new shoes. If your lawnmower breaks down, getting a new one of those, getting one in the first place, right? If you own a house and you don't have an HOA that takes care of it for you. If you do have an HOA, you have to pay for the HOA. You have, oftentimes, if you went to college, you'll have student loans that you're taking care of and paying off over time. You may, and then also taxes. You have to kind of figure that life out a little bit too, right? And then obviously anytime you go for like a travel or vacation, or for us, we pay 10% of tithing, which I'm sure you do as well at your age. But you have that. Plus, like, if I ever want to buy a board game, I have to buy it. I have to use my money.
Yep.
So, like, those are all things that one might be spending bills on, right? And so you can see where it can add up, right?
That's a lot.
Yeah. Is there anything in there, any of those that are just like, what, why? Or did it all kind of make sense?
All of it, but not all of it.
Okay.
None of it made sense, but all of it made sense.
Sure.
Because it makes sense that it would, like, that you would have it, but also I was really confused the whole time.
successfully melted the brain.
Exactly.
Yes. Yep. Exactly.
Just gone. My brain's gone.
Okay. Well, speaking of gone, this is part of the reason why parents are always tired. Right? Kind of a classic trope of like, oh, right? You get done with the workday and you're like, ugh, right?
Yeah.
That 3 p.m. crash is real, right? That's why you see commercials for 5-hour energy because that's something you need or whatever else, right? That comes through, right? It does help to have some level of mental reset. Like when I sometimes I work from home, sometimes I work in the office, and so when I commute back, if the traffic's not horrible, it is kind of a good mental reset, so that I can kind of go about the rest of my day too. For that, that's definitely something that I didn't have. And like when I was in college, and I didn't have children, and I didn't have a wife, having freedom to do whatever I wanted. Oh boy, let me tell you about my freshman year of college. Okay, freshman year of college. I've never lived away from home. Moved from Arizona to Utah to go to BYU, and the freedom that I had was incredible. I could stay up late, and I often did. I could play video games all day, and I sometimes did. Right? I could eat whatever I wanted, whenever I wanted, and it was great until it wasn't sometimes. Right? Because like sometimes like I eat a lot of food, and it was like, man, it is a hard thing to keep me fed. I mean, a lot of appreciation for mom and dad for providing enough food so that I can eat regularly, right? Learning how to be disciplined enough to not play video games until 3 o'clock in the morning every single day, so I could get up for my 9 a.m. class.
Fair enough.
So that I didn't fail.
Yeah.
Right? Things like that were all very interesting. Having to figure out how to get to places because I didn't have a car. Having to figure out public transit, right? The bus and like all that jazz. I also, like figuring out how to get there. Making new friends in a new place, but like also trying to go on dates sometimes too, and like figuring that part out of life where the rest of us also had lives like that. So that was a very interesting experience. Like as a freshman, my first semester, I did a pretty good job of it. I got pretty good grades overall. And still had fun. And then my second semester I got a girlfriend, and then it kind of went downhill because we stayed up a lot later and did more things than we should have. And I just wasn't as responsible, and I lost a scholarship actually because of that.
Dang.
And then went and served a mission, came back, and then I ended up earning back that scholarship after working hard on it. But like getting some discipline into you. I think that's one of the biggest things is like when you get freedom at first, getting away from home, you feel like a free bird, and you're like, yes, I can drink soda every day. You know, I can eat a burger every day if I want to. I can go to Taco Bell every day if I want to, right? And you can, but there's consequences to some things like money and like not getting as good of grades and like other stuff like that. And so having an instillment of some level of discipline, I would highly recommend it for you.
Yes.
When you do move out of the house. I would also highly recommend moving out of the house when you go to college, not staying here.
That's fair.
So,
yeah.
Any other thoughts around that? What do you imagine it might be like?
I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of excited to like be able to like be out of the house, but also not excited because then I have to cook all my own meals and all the things. But also, it'll kind of be nice to be able to like.
Taking time out to do laundry, that was horrible. Hated that. Still don't like doing laundry, but I do it sometimes.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like definitely like back and forth because it's like there's good things and there's bad things. For sure.
Yep. Okay. Maybe I'll move into some things that are like things that I now understand a little bit better. That I'm like, oh, that's why that's exciting.
Okay.
Okay. Like a really nice warm blanket.
That's nice during a movie.
It's nice all the time, dude. What about like going and looking at a house for fun?
That can be fun if it's really cool.
Yeah, but just like one step up from where you're at, it's kind of it hits the sweet spot of like, okay, yeah, that is attainable. I could probably do that. It kind of gives you a goal to look forward to. Work like this is more of a recent phenomenon, but like being able to work at home versus going to the office. There's some very distinct differences between the two, and there's perks of both actually.
Yeah.
Believe it or not.
Yeah, that makes sense.
What about like Costco samples?
Amazing.
Freaking
5 stars.
Super great.
The best thing about Costco.
Correct. Well, that and they're really great prices, and that they have a vision center there.
Oh.
Also really cool, which you probably never thought about because your eyes were good. First off.
Yeah, I don't think about that. Although Mom and Dad have gotten some glasses from Costco, so
yeah, but you don't care. You don't know, right? Or even like I'm more of a night owl than a lot of millennials necessarily are for sure, but like having some chill time to yourself at night is also kind of a crazy thing. The neighborhood that you're in matters a lot more. Like frankly, we don't want to move out of the neighborhood that we're in, even though our house is like it's fine. It's a good house, but it's the neighborhood that's way better than what we care about with the house.
Yeah,
because there's other kids. Oh, that's the other thing that's really great. That's really interesting as an adult, especially as a married adult in particular. This is something you don't understand as a teenager, is making friends as married humans. Because both pairs of humans have to like each other in order to do things with each other.
That's true. Wait, hold up.
Yeah.
I mean, that makes sense.
It does make sense, but you don't think about it until you're living it, right?
Yeah.
So, like for instance, even in our current neighborhood, like one of my wife's really good friends in the neighborhood, her husband is now one of my really good friends, even though we like didn't necessarily like interact with each other right away.
Yeah.
Right. Like we wouldn't have necessarily seen that right away, but now we've got a lot in common actually, and then so it's good. So it's like. But it's like if both of us didn't hit off as well, we probably wouldn't be quite as good of friends. Like I have other people in the ward that I would like talk to and be cool with, and Jessica has for other people that she would talk to and cool with. But like we don't like associate with them quite as much as we would where we have both sides of the coin.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
So yeah, and it's also really true when people say it takes a village to raise a child.
Okay.
Because
neighbors.
I want to go on a date with my wife, and I don't want to spend however much money it costs for a babysitter.
Yep.
And so you could do a swap. I'll watch your kids, you watch my kids, we move along.
Mm-hmm.
Or if something comes up, like for instance, the other day, somebody had to get to the hospital. And so the rest of the neighborhood kind of rallied around, and we had one person took to the hospital, another person helped with the kids, another person was doing this, right? So like having a good neighborhood matters a ton.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yep. Other things that I care about. I don't know. What about like food habits? Like my food habits have probably not changed quite as much as most people my age, but there's a lot of people who do like have to watch a lot more what they eat, right?
Mm-hmm.
Compared to like when you're a teenager. I mean, do you ever care what you eat?
I mean, sometimes if I'm like on the grind and like trying to actually work out and like do good things, then yes. Exactly. Keyword there, trying. I never said I was succeeding, but I do try sometimes.
Yeah.
I've got beefy legs.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. I don't think so.
I've got a 22-inch vertical, which is average for my age.
Okay, so.
Which is great for my height. Okay.
Right. I'll give it to you.
I don't even know what I was talking about now.
No. Let's go with another kind of option. Like, what would you define as like a pretty good amount of money for like you?
For me, or
like if you just like
people.
If you just found like an X dollar bill on the ground, what would you be like? Yes.
I'd say like if I found a $20 bill, I'd be pretty happy.
I mean, I'd be happy too, but also I'd be like, that's not that much. If I found a hundo, then I'd be like, yes, amazing. Yeah. I can actually get something. Whereas $20, I'd be like, I could barely even I could barely even go out to eat a meal these days with that much money, you know?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, because 100 is a lot more of a percentage of my money than your money.
Correct. Yes, that's another thing that you definitely have. So,
but like a $20 bill for me, I could almost get 2 Chipotles.
Right, which is exactly, and like again, it's me and a wife, and then kids.
Yeah.
Right. So like. I think back on like, oh, this is why we never ate out as kids.
Mm-hmm.
Ever. Because it just costs a ton of money. We're looking at the other day of like should we take the kids to go see a movie? And we're like, nope, that's going to cost us, even at a matinee, it's $10 a pop for a ticket. And that's like, and I'm like, that's $50.
Yeah, that's
just for tickets.
Yep.
Not to mention snacks and other things.
Yep.
Right? Like, it's crazy.
Yep, and that's why my family never gets snacks when going to the movie theater.
Yep.
We don't got the money for that.
Yep. All right. Okay. Should we move into our price guessing game?
Yeah.
Do you want to do some price guesses for me, or like things that you might like know yourself?
Sure.
Okay. If you can think of any, that's fine. We can go back and forth a little bit, but I have a few prepared. So.
Okay.
So yeah. All right. Let's go with like a Costco size laundry detergent.
$20.
15.
Okay.
Probably. Yeah. I think Costco size threw it off a little bit.
Yeah.
Right. A box of trash bags.
Box of trash bags?
Yes, very important. You need them.
Oh, like for
like,
the okay.
Like you put in the kitchen. Trash.
$10.
More like $12 to $15.
That's crazy.
A gallon of milk.
Isn't it like $5?
Not quite that much anymore. It's $4.
It's $4. Okay.
Still feels like a lot. How about to register your car for a year?
I have no idea. 200?
No, 150.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yep. What about paper towels?
$3.
More like probably like $10 for like a 6-pack is probably what you'd go for.
Okay. Yeah.
What about gas these days per gallon?
I think gas is.
And then translate that into for a full tank. Since you're not driving.
Gas is like $2.85. Is it about $2.85?
No,
Is it $3?
It's still
Okay,
hovering around $3 something.
Is it? Oh, it is about $3 something, but I have seen it at like $2.90s.
Yes, if you see it under $3, that's probably a good deal right now.
Yeah, which is normally what we get our gas at. For filling up a full tank.
Yeah, how much would it cost to fill up a full tank of gas?
$60.
If it's a smaller car.
How much do cars normally have?
Well, it depends. Like if you were to fill up the van,
doesn't it have 20 gallons?
It can be more.
Really?
Depends on it. When we were growing up and we had the 15 passenger van, and gas was cheaper then too.
Mm-hmm.
It would be like a $75-$80 fill up.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
How many gallons did that have?
A lot. It was massive, right? But right now with my car, it's probably about $40 to $50 to fill it up.
Okay.
So.
Cool.
Yeah. All right. Okay, I've got some average prices in the U.S. I think this might actually be underestimated, but like, let's talk about a mortgage payment.
Per month. This is
Do you know what a mortgage payment is?
It's for the house, right?
Yes.
Okay. 1,000.
You can give me a range.
1,000 to 2,000.
1,000. Yeah, right.
I don't know. Like,
if you're paying anything under like $1,500, that means you got it in your house like pre-2019. If you're trying to pay for one now, if you get under $2,000, you're probably doing really good on your mortgage.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. Electricity bills.
Well, for us, it's like nothing because we have solar panels.
That definitely helps. But for the average person,
200.
About 120.
Okay.
We're sitting at. Yep. Your water and sewer.
100.
About 60, probably.
Okay. Okay.
Yep. Trash and recycling.
I have zero clue. I didn't know that this was a thing.
I know. That's why I put it in there.
$20.
Yep. 20 to 30.
I'm so good at this.
Yep. For your internet.
70 to 100.
Yeah, probably somewhere in there. Anywhere from probably $60 to $100 a month.
Okay.
Cell phone plan. Per line.
200.
Per line.
Wait, I don't know what that means.
So, okay, so when you get a cell phone plan, you usually pay for every single phone number. That's what per line means.
Oh, yeah.
So per person, essentially, plus you may have a base.
Per person, maybe 50?
Yeah, it can be. So it depends on which one you're on. If you're on something cheaper, I've seen as low as like 25.
Okay.
Right, and also depends on if you're getting unlimited coverage, unlimited like Wi-Fi and stuff. You know, like unlimited everything or not. And then, but it can be upwards of $70 to $100 a person.
Dang, that's crazy.
Yep. How much do you pay for like streaming, like a YouTube TV or a Hulu Plus Live Sports or something?
I don't know, because we have a bundle, and I think it's like $60 to $100.
Yeah. Yep. So it's the bundle is about $85 a month if you want live streaming. If you don't care about live, like you're not most of the reason why you want live is if you're watching sports or if you're like really obsessed with a certain show or something. But if you want to get just Hulu, you could probably get that for like $40.
Okay.
So, yep.
Cool.
Okay, I think those are some things from my end. What do you do? Anything on your end?
Okay.
You want to try to throw my way?
The Nintendo Switch 2.
A Nintendo Switch 2? With the video game bundles or not?
By itself.
By itself. Okay. Because with the video games are like $60 a pop nowadays. Which is terrible.
No.
More?
Well, it depends on the game, but if you get like for example, Pokemon Legends ZA is I think $80.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, so
and
Nintendo
same
Switch
with Mario
2.
Kart World.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Nintendo Switch 2 by itself, it's got to be $230. No, it's got to be more than that.
You're funny.
$520.
Closer. It's about $450
That's
just
crazy.
for the thing. And then if you buy it in a bundle with either Mario Kart World or Mario Kart World or Legends ZA, then it's about $500. So, yeah, kind of insane.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Think I have anything else that's...
What about like something on like Minecraft or something?
Okay, how much do you think Minecraft is?
Well, Minecraft itself got to be apparently $70.
No, it's lower.
Oh, okay, great. 40.
I think it's actually sitting at like 20.
Really?
I think so.
No wonder,
You can
no
look
wonder,
it up.
no wonder people buy it these days.